The chapter of time. Siefeng. 3. The surmounting of time. 1. Perception and surmounting. A. Perception. Time changes everything. Time is the key factor to the deformation of objects. The mountain 1,000 years ago was different from what it is today. The river 100 years ago was not the same as it is like today. The person 10 years ago is different from what he is today. It is the same with the tree, flower, moth, cloud, meat, spark and thunder. Without the movement, there is no time. If there is no orbiting of the earth around the sun, there is no such time as the year. If there is no earth rotation, there is no such time as the day. If there is no revolving of the moon around the earth, there is no such time as the month. And there will not be minute, hour, or second. The time will be zero. So without movement, there will be no time. Without the time, everything will be eternal. As far as the object relativity is concerned, when two objects have the same running speed, the time between them is zero. When the moon revolves around the earth at the same speed with the earth rotation, there will be no month. When the earth revolves around the sun at the same speed of the light speed, the time in the universal meaning will disappear. Or we say the time in the narrow definition stops while the time in the broad definition still exists and affects the life on the earth. As far as the objects themselves are concerned, the faster they move, the quicker the time runs and the shorter life they have, and vice versa. For instance, there are two cars, A and B. Car A drives at 120 km per hour and car B at 60 km. Contrasted with other objects, these two cars all run 1 hour. But for car A, the time is 2 times more than car B. If car B is scrapped in 10 years' time, car A will be scrapped in 5 years. For humans, excluding other factors and we only focus on the impact of speed on human life, the people who do things slowly and orderly will live longer than those always living in a hurry and with efficiency. The late maturing kids will have longer life than the early mature kids. The shepherds live longer than the athletes. The nuns live longer than the prostitutes. And Taoists live longer than the worldly people. Time changes everything. And everything exists in the specific time. To attain eternal existence for an object, we must make the time eternal where it exists. Time determines everything. In the scope of time, everything is empty and illusion. You work hard persistently, but what are you creating? As a matter of fact, you are pursing the illusion. Does the Roman Empire still exist now? Who can remember the name of your grand-grandfather? Some people might think that your merits will be written in the history and your name will be admired by generations of people. But the fact is that the earth will one day perish when it moves to the long axis of the earth universe. Or several hundred years later, the human society will have fundamental changes and your merits will turn to dust and ashes. Who will mourn you every day? Please stop the narcissism and self-cheating. The positive time ages the objects while the negative time returns the objects from old age to the young age. Looking into the future, we will become older. Looking back to the past, we become younger. Follow the time, we become mortal. Reversing the time, we become the celestial beings. For the material world, the time is eternal. For the human beings, the time is short because we are not able to gain the eternal existence in the material world. The short life, for us, is valuable. We are wasting our time if we focus on seeking the material benefits instead of on seeking the surmounting of time in the limited life. Though the life is short, we must learn how to use our time. If we don't know the mysteries of the universe and the essence of life, our life will be bitter, misery and unhappy even if we live 1,000 years. B. Surmounting. The movement of polarities. On the one hand, the time only exists in the material world. Time generates from the motion of matter. There will be no time without the motion of matter. The food and vegetables stored in the fridge can be kept long because their motion has been greatly reduced. If a car drives 10,000 kilometers a year, it will be scrapped 30 years later. However, if it drives 30,000 kilometers a year, I will be scrapped in 1 year. If a man works hard day and night, ponders day and night, seeks the immediate interest, desires for things eagerly, and finds it difficult to control his temper, he will have shorter life. If he has peaceful mind and peaceful life, he will have longer life, thus surmounting the time. On the other hand, because the anti-world has no time, we will make full use of the antimatter energy to break through the limit and constraint of the time. The spirit, consciousness, thinking, belief and soul of human beings are all the antimatters. If we live in the world of these antimatters, time will have no impact on us and we can surmount it. The spirit, consciousness, thinking, belief and soul of humans are connected with the whole negative universe, the anti-world. The achievement will be made by your thinking, by Shui Binyi, the art of application lies in the heart, by Taoists, Tao abides in non-action, yet nothing is left undone, by Lao Tzu, mind rises from no certain things. By Sakyamuni, the richness lies in the heart rather than the worldly belongs. By Muhammad, your heart is where your treasures are. Jesus. We will go where our heart is. Only by understanding the meaning of the above words, we can surmount the time and reach eternality. 2. Go against the time. What is going against the time? We see the time as a train and we are sitting on the train. The train moves forward and we run backward. When our speed is the same as that of the train, the time halts or we stop the aging. If we run backward faster than the train, we have entered the negative time and can become younger. The speed we talk about is not the speed in the material world. If understand it with the speed of the material world, we can never run faster than the time. Going against the time is just boating upstream. For the common people, it is difficult because people live in the material world and their tongue, mouth, eyes, and nose are manipulated by the materials. In particular, they are heavily constrained by the worldly society, such as the money, fame, beauty, power, the burden of sustaining the elderly and the family, and the daily affairs. And going against the time violates the natural laws, which is an almost impossible task for the common people. They don't understand it and have no time to practice it. If doing improperly, they will suffer from heavy losses, able to handle their daily affairs or attain the younger age. Going against the time is a reverse approach of thinking of senior level. It is quite suitable for the self-improving people in the Buddha and Tao temples. Considering the acceptance of the worldly society, I will not explain it in details. If we are destined to meet, I will explain it to you face to face. Time is impartial to everything in the universe. Hope Allah, ancestor of Buddha, Yahweh, and the greatest creator will bless you so that you can surmount the time. The movement of polarities and going against the time are to lengthen the life so that you have enough time to refine and improve yourself, change the life track and develop your life into the structure in the higher level. When the flesh body dies, the spiritual body of our life and enter a completely new world along the z-axis and through the time-space.